All right, folks, we're back. Two Planker Podcast,
This
Hood
motherfucker-
Files. We're here with Jojo Ciprari.
Like I just told him, say it with your chest. In Italy, the C is a ch. So, arr.
Beautiful. And we're here at the lovely, wonderful Timberline Lodge. Joe, why are we here?
Why are we here? It's actually
Very special time. Yeah.
So should I be looking at the camera, or is this Hollywood where I should be looking like 5 degrees off?
No, there's no B angle. You could look at me or the camera if you'd
Bless,
like
and
to.
I want to. Okay, so I'm looking at the camera.
Yeah.
So we are here at Timberline Lodge because it's my wedding anniversary. We have 2 amazing individuals with us. We have Ethan. I don't know who he got his credentials from, but he reprinted your credentials at Kinko's. And so now he's in the ski industry in a van making a podcast, and I love it. He's a good dude. He means well. You know what I mean? He's doing more for me than Meathead Films. So, let's start off with and then I also got to give a shout out to Topher, who is actually taking photos in the background because he is part of the marketing department for Timberline. So he makes sure we get it right, get it tight.
This is already great. So, you have been saying all week that I printed my credentials at Kinko's. I'd like to know more about that thinking.
It's literally like in a hip hop song, so like don't take it to heart. That's why I sent you a text message because I'm trying to be more positive. You guys will find out sooner or later what that means. Like if you're positive, you can win things, and it'll get you ahead in life. I didn't know that coming from the East Coast, so I've always been like slight douchebag, like a cheesecake, slightly sour, but but like what it is what it is.
Yes.
With that front, but I also can't say that because my wife hates when I say that because that's Hardgraves' fucking saying, and he's a chooch. Fuck you, I'm coming in the half pipe. You ain't stopping me, son. I'm doing hand plants, slashes. I'm Joey Porteous.
All right. So I actually talked about this with Steven on the episode that I did with him. I think people enjoy the podcast because I don't have credentials. Like, if you listen to the Powell movement, it's a very different take on things, dude. You need someone asking questions that doesn't know shit.
But first of all, who the fuck is Steven? Steven Glansberg?
Steven Siska.
Steven Siska. Okay, shout out Surface Skis. He's a team rider. I literally thought he was talking about Steven Glansberg for a second.
Who the hell is Steven Glansberg?
The dude that eats fucking lunch by himself and fucking super bad. And then they all get like bummed out when he starts eating dessert. And they're like, damn, Steven Glansberg. He's fucking by himself, bro.
Yes, okay. So
shout out Siska. Dude, you are the Joe Dirt of skiing, a.k.a. Well, because you're from Quebec, you're the Joe Dirte.
He's not from Quebec.
Well, whatever. Well, he's from that area.
From Thunder Bay. He's from Thunder Bay. He speaks
One of the
English.
Phils grew up near him. Yes. So he's got enough street cred to like do his thing, but yeah.
Yes.
Dude, Steven, keep on killing
So
it.
let's start with this. Well, actually, okay, so we just had Surface Skis week. It was beautiful. Thank you, Surface Skis. Show your shirt. Make Jason happy.
Dude, yeah. Jason Aarons, he literally makes my dreams come true. All I need to say is to the younger kids out there, like, if you don't work, you don't eat. And if you don't grind, you don't shine. And, like, that's a Mike Jones lyric. I don't think you chopped and screwed.
What's the Mike Jones phone number?
281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow.
Word.
That was his real fucking phone number. He was a big enough chooch where that was his real phone number. Are you high? That was like, dude, you're not even old enough where that was like, you pay to play. So like, you ding dongs out there that just like jerk off on your phone all day. You literally had to pay for minutes. You had to pay for text messages. So everything you sent was like a thing. Like it was like your parents had to pay for it because if you had a cell phone back then, like you had money. Like,
yes.
And you know what's even more fucked up? Speaking of cell phones. Why did they get rid of the Nextel fucking chirp chirps? Were you part of that?
No, I was not part of that. Dude, I was born in 98. You think I know about
Jesus. So back in the day, you used to literally like a walkie-talkie, like chirp your homies like on a cell phone, and they got rid of that because like, oh wait, shit, this is technology faster than fucking cell phones. Like,
yeah,
literally like on the low, you just be like chirp chirp, and yo, dude, bugs. like I'm not gonna
It's
throw
like a
my cell phone.
walkie-talkie. It's like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, but
Yeah, okay.
cell phones,
Yeah.
and you could be like really far away, and it worked nice.
Damn.
Noise.
All right, let's get back on track.
Sorry.
So,
yeah.
All right, so you're talking about my credentials. What are your credentials, JoJo? Because I'll tell you what I know about you, or at least what I knew about you before I met you in the parking lot here. I knew that for whatever reason you were in the Step movies, and when I was watching those as a kid, I'm like, oh, there's that guy in the Step movies. Oh, and there's that guy like in an odd episode of Traveling Circus every now and then, and you are like a, at the carnival when you have like the game where the groundhog thing keeps on popping up and you have to smack it on the head. That's like you in the ski industry. Like,
Dude, that's a fucking sick analogy because it's true. It's true. Because like there's okay, so there's a level of affluence and kind of dickheadness that goes into skiing.
Yeah.
Where snowboarding was like based off of nonsense. And like, okay, so I snowboarded until I was 18 because twin tip skis weren't invented. Like Jason Leventhal, shout out, like he invented like legit ski boards, like the fucking Solomon bullshits, the Dinosaur bullshits, the Bigfoots. Like, go home. You know what I mean? Like it's like that kid, like you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like we're not playing kickball with you. You can't even kick the ball.
Well, so how old are you? We got to talk about like the timeline that we're working with.
So I'm 40 years old.
So you were 18 in. Blah, 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 rewind to 1984, so plus 18.
I was born in 1983.
You're born in 1983,
Yeah.
plus 18 years,
In
so 2001.
Southbridge, Massachusetts.
Okay, so you weren't even skiing until 9/11, pretty much.
Pretty fucking close. Because, like, ski-boarding popped off on the East Coast, like, I think it was, like, 1988.
Yeah.
But I was still snowboarding, and I was like, I'm not going to buy new shit. Like, yeah, I already got this thing going where my parents buy me a snowboard for Christmas. So, like, I ain't going to fuck that funk
Yeah,
up.
of
Like,
course. Yeah, it's a great gig.
You know what I mean? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Until my brother started asking for, like, Xboxes and fucking PlayStations. And then it's all of a sudden like, oh, well, Cole gets a fucking, snowboard and an Xbox, but he keeps it in his room, but it's both of yours. Well, guess what? I can't jerk off to the PlayStation. But I'm just kidding. Like, it's like a Tekken. Like the Tekken days where they had the games at the beginning. And I'm like, whatever. What it is, what it is. Like,
so you got skate? Is it no? You got not skateboard. You got skis as a gift?
No.
You
I
didn't.
got snowboards.
Okay.
And I was a grown ass fucking man when I started skiing. Like, so
18-year-old grown man, JoJo Ciprari.
Yeah. So like we're totally like progressing, digressing, and hitting a plateau that is not even in the realm of your question, but we'll go back to your question.
Yeah, credentials. We're talking credentials.
I love my family. Shout out to my twin brother, Cole. I love you so much. I miss you. Shout out to my mom, Audrey, Angela, Corinne, Chris, Brian, all the nieces and nephews.
Beautiful.
He's on a budget.
Family guy.
So I love you guys.
We love him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we may talk, but what it is. This is all reality.
Yeah.
It's all going to be in a Step movie one day or a series featured on Netflix. My wedding included, but that's another podcast. But so how I ended up being the mole in Salisbury Beach that popped up in the quarter game guy while you were getting your weird square slice of pizza, beach pizza, like insane, like literally like minimal dough, minimal cheese, minimal sauce, and it's like, oh, it's the best. Yeah. And you're like, what? That doesn't make sense. Well, if you grew up with Elio's, this is like high-end Elio's. I'm not gonna say which pizza place I like more, but like growing up in Massachusetts, it was just like you had to fend for yourself because there's 250 ski resorts around.
Yeah.
And I just became friends with everybody because, like, I wanted to be part of everything.
Where did you ride growing up?
Ski Bradford. That was, like, a short stint because I was, like, ski-boarding, snowboarding, then went into skiing. But then, like, you don't know better when you grow up in that area.
Yeah.
Like, as an adult, like, you'll drive a half hour for, like, a dank meal because people suck at cooking now. Whereas, like, growing up, like, you're going to drive 2 hours for a super dope park, like Sunny River, Loon, Killington, Mount Snow. Mount Snow was way behind, even though they had X Games. But, Chris DeJean and those dudes are say it with your chest. But, like, Sugar Bush wasn't even a fucking thing, and that's all people talk about now.
Well, they're really good now, yeah.
You go to the East Coast, you go to Sugar Bush, you might as well go to St. Catherine Street. That's closer. You know what I mean? To see some strippers in fucking Quebec. But like, so me and my homies, we just had to travel because it's like they got the dankness.
So you were a crew of snowboarders or skiers?
I was a crew of one because I was a weird old guy.
So you and your friend. So okay, when you're talking about you,
Okay,
so you're talking about you traveling alone or you with your friends?
So originally it was like Sick Films. It was SIC Films. It was like Sam Peters, Forrest Frizzle, Richie Paradise, Ryan Thomas, and then like I got brought into the fold. And then it was like Casey McDougal, Sean Duggan, Sean Black, and some like other homies. And like they were going to Farmington. You know, I was hanging out with some broads that went to UNH.
Yeah.
And there's like, you know, Alex Knutinen. He's like a big mountain shredder now. Like I rode for Fire on the Mountain Burning Boards in Dover, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So like that was my central zone. Like I lived in Mass, bumming around my family, just being kind of like a loser, and like, you know, spending all my money on skiing because I was like, I think I can do something with this. It didn't fucking, you know, come.
So
to
you
fruition.
had pro dreams as a youth.
So like a lot of people, So I grew up snowboarding, and so in my mind, I thought the ski industry would operate like snowboarding. So like even back then, like, you know, kooks who are fucking canceled like Terje and like Gigi. They're still G's, but they're G's with ignorant...
We'll see you later, Tover.
All right, hasta luego, Papi. I love you.
See you later. Peace.
Yeah, because it was my first anniversary. Topher was taking photos. He just dipped.
Yeah.
Because he was there at my wedding, and like he's just like one of my best friends. I love him to death. I don't know why he treats me so good, but if you need any gigs, ski companies, weddings, any ski pros, he's not gonna act like a skin beef around you. He's not gonna fan out. Like, this dude knows what he's doing. Tofalof. Hit him up to take your wedding photos or even like your team shoot photos, so you don't have to deal with like kooks. Like, oh geez, like, I gotta have somebody edit the fucking photos. Like, you're gonna have to hire somebody else to edit the photos, Dad. Like, no, he's a one-stop shop. But he might not have time. He's in charge of six
Instagram accounts.
6 different Instagrams. Like, I don't even know if that's worth, but that's not worth my time.
We're gonna wait until he quits Windell's, and then we're gonna have him on the podcast, and he's gonna tell us every single thing about every relevant rider.
Yo, broski, no, that's when he starts his ski career. Like, the happy shit was like him fucking warming up. Like, you gotta churn the fucking, you know, you gotta churn the ice cream to make it an ice cream.
Yeah.
Then you gotta add the fiaxins, and then it's gotta get put in a bowl with other fiaxins, like toppings, you know, and then sold to somebody. So like he's on like phase 2 of loafing.
Yes.
And then here's the fucking funny part is that every dude, he's an older gent.
Yeah.
I'm 40.
Yeah.
Nobody, his whole entire ski career, all you douchebags don't do your research, and he has taken photos of millions of people. And nobody besides me has put 2 and 2 together. That Tofalof means Topher, Christopher, his real name. You probably didn't fucking know that. And Loaf is Sugarloaf, because he fucking grew up skiing Sugarloaf. Like, he had a sick mountain to ski at. It's windy as fuck and cold as fuck. But they used to have super sick fucking features. This brings us right back to my Sick Films days where we used to film at Sugarloaf, and I was the first dude to fucking, you know, hit spots with like a hoodie around my chest. Like, now it's corny when people do that, but you know, hey, do you think it's original, but somebody else has had that boner inside.
Brother, let's get this back on track. Enough
We
about
are
Tofalof.
back to Sick Films, so that was my crew, you know, and then we started filming with fucking, you know, like Meathead Films, like they showed me.
So you filmed with Meatheads.
So, like,
as a skier or a snowboarder?
What? No, skiing. Like, no.
Skiing. Okay,
Yeah.
everything was.
So I quit snowboarding when I was 18.
Now we're after.
Yeah,
18.
when I was 18, I quit snowboarding. Ryan Thomas would set up rails in his yard.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, ski board, skis.
Yeah.
Fucking Andy Stewart, this kid from Canada.
Yeah.
He got in trouble. He was the first person to put fireworks on a drone.
Oh, that's kind
And
of
he was
sick.
flying them around like fucking Eastern Canada somewhere.
Yeah.
And like he made like American news because he timed it right. Because this dude was the first person I ever saw. He like New York X Games back in the day. He was the first person I ever saw do a 450 onto a rail.
Yeah.
Not a down rail, a fucking flat rail like a dumbass. On ski boards and skis.
Yeah.
I don't even think he won the ski one because everybody was like butthurt.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So like I I met up with the homies. We started filming for Sick Films, and then like Shay Flynn, who I left out, the Flynn family, like Shay and Devin became like hot ones on the scene, and like Meathead Films was all over it, you know, and and so that's how it got a little bit more professional. I was invited to the shoots. I appreciate that. My footage really wasn't shown in the movies. I want to be as positive as I can, but like I was bummed out that like, you know, because like, but what are you gonna do? Like Shay does the same trick as me. You're gonna put Shay's in.
Shay's looks good.
Yeah,
Shay's fucking hot right
on dogs. He became the goat. You know what I mean? Like not only as a skier but as a man. Like how to live life. Like he's just a great individual.
Yeah.
So like that Meathead Films was a thing, and then that's where Nick and all those homies came into play.
Okay.
And then so like
let's slow this down because people are gonna be interested in this. So you film with Meatheads. Shay gets in the mix in your friend group, or you met him through Meatheads?
I've been drinking those fucking chuckleheads since they were teenagers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's all timeline. It's all perspective. Like, free skiing wasn't invented until I was 18.
Yep.
And then it didn't get serious. Like, you know, like...
Oh, yeah, I completely forgot that angle of it. Like, you were like a young adult.
When I'm 25, I'm hanging out with, like, 18-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and, like... Yeah. But, like... When you grow up watching the X Games, you just want to be super dope at something. Yeah. And like me and my brother would have fucking socks on, like super dank furniture, like a mahogany table. You know, it's like 8 feet long, and we're watching the X Games grind across our socks. Yeah. TV dinner trays. I'm still obsessed with them. I have fucking a set in my house.
I have one in my van.
How do you eat dinner at a dinner table unless you're out to dinner or outside? Like I don't know. That's not Italian. So like we would set up pillows. Like who could jump higher? Yeah. So like, I wish my brother stayed an athlete, but it was like more that he got more of like off on the competition. Yeah. And like beating Joey than like the camaraderie and like this is a fucking moment. Like yo, we just had a sick ass time.
He just wanted to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
That's
like, it's more like like the kids say, like say less, like because you could be that old guy that's just like whoa, like taking in scenery, and you're like wow, dude, and like it's real like that. You're like. Dude, in the hot tub with Luigi, it's just sick to just be a bystander. Yeah, you don't have to be.
We did a hot tub / pool photo shoot for his anniversary at the Timberline pool. He has an adorable little baby, Luigi. Is that?
Yeah. So my name is John Joseph Ciprari III. Yeah. And he's the 4th.
So your real name's Louis.
Yeah. Yeah, and like people get weirded out.
I'm gonna start calling him Louis.
But here's the funny thing: is like because of the area I live in, because I'm in the wine industry, and I live like near like they call it the like what is it, the fruit belt, like in Hood River. Yeah. So like I'll go to my doctor's appointment and it's like
and they're like Louis, your appointment.
No, dude, I wish. Yeah. They say Luis, and I'm like, and I show up and I'm clearly not Mexican American, and they're like Luis.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like,
listen, they're just working with the guy.
We're adults. We're adults. Like I'm not gonna yell at them. I'm gonna yell at somebody fucking throwing snowballs in the line.
Wait, so is your kid Luigi or Louis?
So okay, so here is where the story is funny. Is so my grandfather, he was Louis, mostly asshole. Like he was the type of dude. Like I don't know anybody's grandparents that did that. He's like, you want to watch? And he was rich. He was part of the Italian mafia. Yeah. Whatever. That's a whole other fucking podcast. Yeah. Jaguars blowing up and shit. But okay. So town car blowing up. Okay. Back on track. He was the type of grandfather that would walk up, grab your arm, and fucking like bite your arm as hard as he could, and be like, "There's your fucking watch." And you just have like a purple fucking hickey, like a 60-year-old guy.
That's funny.
Yeah, there's your fucking watch, and you're just like, what? Cruising the Lincoln Town cars, smoking cigarettes, and you turn around and be like, hey, how you doing, bud? And you're like, oh, my guy's on the road. Tighten up. No, I sound like fucking Kevin Hart.
All right, Louis.
I'm getting so stressed out I sound like Kevin Hart.
All right, Louis, let's get this back on track. Yes. Back on track. I have a question. When did the Stept crew come and play? Because I feel like that's what people are going to be interested in. Why was JoJo, a.k.a. Louis whatever the third, why were you riding with Stept?
So, like, we were always friends. They came in the fold with Meatheads a little bit. But then, like, what ended up happening is,
okay, so Shay's riding with Meatheads. Did the Martinis?
Shawnee J, Clayton, me, Shay, we were riding with Meatheads.
Do you remember what movies for, like, the real Meatheads films? Because Meathead Meathead Films heads because
Wonderland. I filmed the whole winter with them.
Yep.
Dude, I like one of the best. Like Will Wesson was. I filmed with Andy and Will.
See this.
Shout out to Andy. I love you.
I'm gonna interrupt you really quick. People don't know that that's where Will and Andy really got their start. I was talking to people at the campfire last night. They don't like anyone outside the East Coast really doesn't know about Meatheads, but they know the Ski the East sticker. That's what they know.
Dude, so that's the insane thing.
Yeah.
Is that
Meatheads is so influential. It's crazy.
Andy is a philanthropist. Will Wesson's a professional skier.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that started when Andy blew his knee out, fucking trying to jump a fence while mowing the lawn. But you all saw that Traveling Circus episode. But like it's just kind of crazy, like looking back, because like I was with Alex Martini. Yeah. Because like Alex is a little older, and like so like I was.
But Martini brothers were not in the Meathead movies. Or were they?
Nick was.
Nick was. Okay.
Alex was. No, Alex was. He was too fucking G-code. Like Road to Nowhere, he was like driving around hitting the biggest rails ever. Yeah. He hit this closeout that was like twice as big as his dub kink, and this dude in fucking like Pemberton died hitting the dub kink. Like, remember that?
Somebody died hitting a dub kink?
The first kid to ever die was like next to, he was like hitting the shitty dub kink that was too steep, next to the closeout where Alex goes up 3 stairs and use that as the jump, because it's like little jumps.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, just get the fucking job done.
This kid died hitting a dub kink?
Yeah, next to that closeout where it's like light posts and Alex goes up 3 stairs and like jumps on.
Yeah.
But back to it.
All right, very interesting.
So I'm driving a fucking IF3, second IF3 ever.
You are old. Second IF3 ever.
And like, dude, the pennants rolled up with their RV and shit. So like, this was when I got really bummed out about skiing, and just like, I never learned from this. I was kind of scarred from this.
And you're how old during the story?
I don't, you know what I mean?
20s.
I have to remember important things, like what my kids do nowadays. So I don't remember what I was doing when I was 24, 25. But it was a major bummer.
So he does remember how old he was.
So I'm still bitter, you know, because like the meat wagon broke down. Yep. The Subaru.
Yeah. And I remember that.
Yeah, dude. And they fucking handed the movie off to us.
To drive it to
IF3 because they didn't think they were going to make the premiere.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't watch it, don't watch it, don't watch it. We watched it, and I had no shots in the movie. I literally almost threw the fucking movie out the fucking window. But you know what I mean? Even as an ignorant douchebag, like, you don't want to do that.
All right, so you're tight about that.
No, I love Jeff and Rooster, don't get me wrong, but I'm still bitter about the Meathead thing. Because like I thought
you didn't get clipped up enough, and
I didn't get put in the movies, dog. I was like B-roll, or I was saying something silly. Like my skis weren't on my feet when I was in the MOV.
Oh, so you were in the movie
as a skier,
but as B-roll.
But everybody knew me. Like, I'm at all the premieres.
Yeah, of
I'm
course,
that guy. I'm the fucking older guy that's got to suck up his ego, even though, like, you know what I mean? I'm Italian.
You got to bow down to an 18-year-old Shay Flynn just putting you in a body bag, dude.
He's one of my best friends. I love him. He didn't put me in a body bag, but in those days, but he became one of the best skiers
in the world. Shay's great, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, it's unfortunate. Like, it's my anniversary, and I wanted to stay positive, but you brought up, and you asked timeline.
A difficult time, yeah.
No, and so it
of course, that's fair. That's fair, Jojo.
So where it burns longer?
Yeah.
A red and yellow flame or a blue flame?
Well, the blue flame burns hotter, and the red flame, I would assume, burns longer because it's...
No, the blue flame, because it's going to keep everything going.
I'm not well versed in my flame knowledge. Maybe you learned that in the kitchen or something.
No, well, I was trying to make a cute analogy, but you questioned it. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
Let's get on track, Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis,
no, we're on track.
We're on track.
So
you're bitter with Meatheads. You're filming with them. You're meeting the Stept kids. They're younger than you, but not by much.
No, and just being a real one. Like, you're gonna get further in the ski industry just by being a fucking real one. You don't like.
Who's a fake one? Name a fake one right now.
Zankiller.
Oh yeah, that's
name
a real fake one. That's a cop out.
Ian Osby. Because I think he's just selling supplements. I think he might be a supplement salesman. But Owen, fuck you for letting him win the Brighton Rail Jam. Like, I love you, Owen.
Okay, that's a funny one.
I gotta give myself a shout out.
Yeah.
Yo, get ready for the JoJo interview in the fucking browser
Oh, yeah,
magazine,
facts,
son.
facts, yeah.
Say it with your chest. Like, fuck you, Free Skier. Fuck you, SB. Fucking
Whatever, some Canadian publication.
Yeah, Kali's put. You know, nobody's ever interviewed me. Like, people, dude. Nobody. This is my first podcast. Like, people don't want to hear the truth. Like, yo, Good Enough podcast. Like, I gave you an offer, but now
They're
you're gonna
whack.
Yo, you're gonna have to talk to Ethan if you want me to do a podcast now, because he might just fucking pay me.
I bought his. Well, that's questionable, but I bought his life rights. So now, if you want JoJo's story, you got to come through me. I'm the teller of the Lewis story now.
Yeah, he's gonna come live with me. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah, in the tiny
Yo,
house.
Ryan Barrick, sorry, you're fucking kicked out of the gang. You didn't fix my fucking DRZ.
He also didn't show up
650.
to fucking Spring Pass.
Yeah, if that doesn't
Consider
show
yourself fired,
no,
brother.
if that doesn't show affluence, where you buy a Spring Pass and don't even hand it off to a homie, and like give Lori a fucking bottle of wine to like transfer the name. Yeah, like dude, sit out a couple plays, bro.
Oh, right.
If I see you at Washougal, you're fucking buying me some fucking that
JoJo's
expensive Chinese food.
JoJo's a dirt biker, and I just realized
if
this.
I see Ryan Barrick at Washougal, you're buying me one of the $18 plates of Chinese food that's dumb expensive, and it's only like goofy lo mein.
Okay, so now that we're talking about Ryan and we're deviating from the timeline, you were the first person to ski bum me, and I wasn't familiar with that.
Blow my whistle,
So, baby, whistle.
No, say we break it.
Yeah,
if they catch that, the algorithm might
Yeah,
cancel.
we're gonna get
Well, okay, so-
copyrighted for that.
Okay, so no, we don't need to talk about that.
No, we don't need to talk about getting ski
I'm
bummed.
stealing your interviews at X Games, you know?
Yeah.
But
JoJo's doing the X Games interviews
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Well, I am a fifth judge, so I kind of know what I'm talking about, and I'm friends with people instead of just being a fan. I love you, Ryan, but yo,
No
you bumped me out.
credentials.
You didn't show up. Yeah, you copied this dude's credentials and printed yours.
And
at
mine were
Kinko's.
already borrowed.
So it's like, yeah, so your credentials are extra faded. But so back on track. So
Where's my other Rainier? One,
That's-
stand by. We got an issue.
okay, so I'll keep on talking.
Yeah, you keep talking. I'll look for my Rainier.
like what ended up happening was like the other dudes got frustrated. Like, you know, the other people were good, but like Nick, Alex, and everybody, they had their own agenda because they, you know, like
They had their own agenda within
the
Meatheads.
ski industry. Like Meatheads is out of the fucking picture. Like they're dissolving.
But they're like, while they're filming with Meatheads, they're like, are they like, oh, we can do this shit better, like whatever. Like they're kind of like,
no, don't do. Yo, Clayton, Cam are filming with Poor Boys. Nick got hurt. No longer filming with Poor Boys.
no
Like,
longer. Yeah.
And so like Shay, you know, I'm not really filming with Meatheads.
Yeah.
Shay's filming with Meatheads.
Yeah.
And then like Connor Schofield is kind of just making edits, like the filmer.
Yeah. Okay.
And like Topher Baldwin, the photographer, you know, he's a snowboarder just kind of chilling. Ian Bowles, who owns Torment, you know, he's part of the crew. So like we have this crew, but it, you know, not making serious moves until everybody's like, wait, like we're watching the movies, and like these people are portraying us as, you know, like Clayton's getting frustrated, Nick's getting frustrated.
Why? Because they don't like how they're being.
My shots aren't in the fucking movie.
Okay, well, I get why you're upset.
No,
So
but-
Clayton's
no, but-
like, oh, they're not portraying me the proper
yeah,
way.
Cam's like, I didn't even get invited. You know, so,
How are they
and
portraying
then like
Clayton?
Shawnee J is the goal. He's fucking sexy. He's great at skiing. So and like Brogan's corny and like kooky, and I love him. You know, and like, but like so like Shawnee and Brogan are getting the most love, and like we're all kind of taking it more serious.
Yeah.
And like, and it's like, wait, let's do our own shit, because like they filmed for like what the fucking circuit, the Poor Boy Circus movie.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Propaganda.
No.
Or no, fucking the Grand Bazaar.
Grand Bazaar, yeah. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, and so like, it's just like, wait, this is corny as fuck.
Yeah.
So they were already thinking suspect shit, like,
Yeah.
okay, red flags, like,
Yeah.
we got to break up with the ski industry. Like, Clayton's like, I'm fucking, you know, I'm ready to fucking film surfing. Like, fuck this shit. You know,
Even
like,
back then, he was over it.
yeah, because like, you know, we're all helping edit. Like, we're all riding for K2. So we're partying up the party down at the K2 house.
Yep.
Editing the Stept movies, getting fucked up
So you were
on
sponsored by
shrooms.
K2 at that time
Yeah.
while you were filming with Meatheads.
And like most of us were. And yeah, and like getting no love.
Who was your team manager?
I went through like 6.
Was Mike Powell ever your team manager?
Fuck no. They kicked him out like Well, they didn't let him touch the athletes because like he's wild with it, you know.
Yeah.
So like I was dealing with like a bunch of people like Shell and like oh my.
Anyways,
God,
I just wanted to
but
see
yeah.
because
No,
we
but,
already
like,
talked about Powell.
No, but we're
this
gonna
is
bring
the
up,
second episode in a row where we're talking
no,
about Powell. I actually
Powell,
I enjoy the Powell movement.
It's fucked up that you don't invite me to announce events with you because you know I'm gonna do a better job.
Yeah,
But-
JoJo's tight about
but
Powell.
Real quick,
his
real
podcast
quick
is all
at
right.
K2, Dan Moyer always took care of me. Tom, he's the K2 snowboard manager, always took care of me.
Yep, and so you and all the Step guys are on K2.
Yeah, and Todd Rocker, he let us all, the Step crew, crash and hood.
Would you consider yourself part of the Step crew?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you like a founding member, or are you like a friend of the program?
No, the founding members were the kids that went to the academies. You know what I mean? Waterville Valley and CVA.
Yeah.
I mean, not CVA, the other one. But yeah, that's besides the point.
Yeah.
I was just an old guy trying to hang, and I needed acceptance, and I
Yeah.
wasn't finding it where I wanted.
Yeah.
And so, like, I found, like, Shay's one of my best friends. I just saw Devin Flynn and Rory Flynn, like, last year, and those guys are amazing. They're coaches now, but I don't have it in me. Like, when you coach people, like, you're losing something. I know some people can do it, but that's not my prerogative. Like, I don't want to say it, but I'm like Tom Brady. Like, I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it up. Like, I'm still fucking, I'm still moist in the morning.
That
Like-
that sentence right there will be on the Good Enough podcast.
Like,
I am Tom Brady.
And like, well, no, I'm not Tom Brady in skiing. I just have that mentality where I don't want to give up. And I know he retired, at 43, but like, there's dudes that are
You
killing
only got 3
it.
years left if you're the true Tom Brady.
Fuck that, because I know there's dudes killing it at like 56. Like Seth Morrison's putting out content again.
Are you the next Glenn Flake?
No, because I do drugs. I love my alcohol, and you know what I mean. I don't care what the government says. Where he does care, and like, you know what I mean. Like, sorry, dude, but you know what I mean. You can hang out at Tahoe, but you could be dirty water. You know? Like,
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Stepped comes about, and
Yeah.
your dog. Those are your dogs,
Yeah.
and
like,
you're
those are my
in
friends.
the movies. So what's your best shot in a Step movie?
Actually, it was into A Road to Nowhere.
Yep.
I have a segment, and I do a switch lip
Yeah.
to switch, and it's the Hilton Down Rail in New Hampshire. It's like an iconic spot. Like if you've watched Keep the Change snowboard videos, it's fucking iconic, bro. Like everybody, like if you like Alexi Godbout toot onto that bitch, but then Nick Martini fucking lip toot on's like say it with your chest.
Yeah.
But he's the Loke dog, you know.
Yeah.
So like, but like it's just an iconic spot. And like I didn't want to build a drop in because like when people build snow drop ins, like you're a fucking moron. Go buy Baker scaffolding for $160 at Home Depot, and the setup's done in 10 minutes.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Yeah, like are you soft? Like do you?
But it's more core. It's
Yeah,
more
so-
natural. You use the environment around you to build your drop in, JoJo.
So I was dating this goth chick, my sister Angela, remember?
Nice.
This chick Nicole. And like I was staying at UNH, and this chick Lizzie, who I thought was gonna be like the next big thing, but it was Brooke Potter instead. You know, like I would stay at her house, and this dude, like I said, Alex, like he fucking towed me in with a WRX. Like, dude, thoroughbred towing.
Yeah.
And like I'm butthole first.
Yeah.
Pushing and switch into this rail with my hands on the hood.
That's what JoJo calls switch. Butthole first.
Yeah, and I'm a fist judge. Ow. But yeah, so like I'm my hands are like this. I'm like this, like pushing. And I was like, and he wasn't stopping quick enough, and I was like, I'm gonna die. Like yeah, and my girlfriend's like emo style, like sitting on the park bench watching me.
Yeah, all upset, just like being real mysterious and goth.
Yeah, I don't even snowboard or ski. Like,
why am I even here? It's cold.
So I go fucking literally taco myself.
Yeah.
Like slide down the rail of my riblets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, like if I don't do this quick, and I'm like, what, like 28 at the time, so I already know I'm old.
Yeah.
If I thought, like, I'm glad I didn't think I was that old then, but I was like, I still like, dude, you got to do it now, or you're gonna tense up.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got a Charlie horse, like you tensing up after.
Yeah.
So I did it like next try.
Well, and so what was your trick on this? On
Just
the
switch
feature?
lip on natural, like left foot
Oh,
forward.
kind of sick.
So I naturally grind right foot forward.
Yep.
But it all depends who you ask.
Yeah.
Now, right foot or left foot forward doesn't mean anything.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's blow the lid off the industry. What are the Stept guys like behind the scenes?
Oh, they're great people.
Like, give us some notable, just notable traits about some of the notable members.
Shay's the most responsible person I've ever met.
So Shay's the adult of the group.
But he just hasn't, he's got to figure out his path.
Yeah, let's go with Nick.
Nick is a fucking god.
Yeah.
Nick is a god. Nick is a god.
What about? Oh yeah, go ahead and continue.
Alex, his brother.
Yeah.
He is dude, he's so on point.
Yeah, he's the behind the scenes person for them now.
He figured it out before everybody else.
Yeah.
Like right when they started blowing up, he's like, I'm gonna be the accountant because they all went to Boulder. I tried to live there. It didn't work out.
Now they're like, they're probably like registered in not Montana, Wyoming. That's why Alex lives there probably.
Well, he's the accountant.
Some tax breaks. You don't want to be registered in LA.
Yeah. Are you soft? Like, are you 4-brand stripe company?
Okay, well, we're going to continue with this line of questioning about the different members. Why don't you work for Stept in LA? And just making a bag off of Nick and Alex's.
I still think I have it. So
you can tap into that whenever you want, or you're self-made man that doesn't even need it.
So for instance, I didn't ski park all year.
This year.
Yeah, I didn't even
still invited to Surface Week.
Yeah, and
still getting his own pro model.
Well, that's
we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah,
that's just a little teaser.
Yeah. And so the crazy thing is I still got clips. We're hitting jumps. I suck at jumps. I've sucked at jumps my whole life. So you just got to be creative. And sometimes not even creative because of my style.
So, okay, this is working towards why you don't work for Stept right now.
Yeah, because I still think I have it. Just like coaching.
Oh, for skiing. You think you still got it.
I got the fucking juice, son.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? And
so you're not retired yet.
So, what I was trying to get out earlier, but I got sidetracked, is the snowboard industry.
Yeah.
Me growing up as a snowboarder, they respect their elders. Just like Italian families and Italian culture. So I loved it. Retard was like a pro back then, and now he's just a weird old guy talking shit on the Olympics. And he got fucking fired. Fuck you for talking shit about Jonas Brewer. You're an asshole. Todd Richards, fuck you. Also, Stony Buds, why'd you cut my question out of Wally's fucking podcast? I'm sorry, I'm more interesting.
Blow him up. Put Stony Buds on blast.
He's got personal problems. I'm living life to the fullest at Timberline Lodge. Cheers.
Cheers to that in your lobster
but
bathing
the thing
suit.
is, everybody knows me. I can be negative, and I'm trying to keep it as positive. But I think this is a good place because you're from Connecticut to air my grievances about some of the things I held on to because I don't talk to a therapist, and I should. But mental health is serious, and people don't talk about that.
Yeah.
And I'm a perfect example. Whereas
people are gonna need therapy after seeing your camel tail there,
dude. That's a baby maker, waka waka. But camel toe, dude. He's so Connecticut, he doesn't even know the slang.
No, it's a camel tail when it's a man, camel toe when it's a woman. Come on now.
No,
come on now. Now I'm putting JoJo into game. All right, I mean Lewis. Sorry.
Well, yeah. So so back to
the question that we're attacking right now, if we can stay on track, why you don't currently work for Stept? Because it seems like you're going to cash in when you retire.
Talk Cam Riley. Cam Riley. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he tried harder than anybody else. He's a sweetheart, and he deserves everything he gets.
Yep.
And it's Cam, Alex, and Nick are the founding fathers of Stept. Period. Blueprint was the first movie.
Yep.
A bunch of us sent fucking clips in for some other movies, and we love them for that. And I don't work for Stept because I want to ski, and I found winemaking, and I just don't want I'm the older dude, even though a bunch of them came to my wedding.
Yeah. Last year.
I don't need
wait.
Yeah, last year.
Last year, yeah.
We're recording on
They got busy quick.
May,
they
May
married and then had a baby right away.
Well, you know what I mean? If you're making your own schedule and you do work, I was we went on a honeymoon to Italy, and I was
oh, that's where you made the baby.
Yeah. Smashed in the streets of Milan, and I was we're making a baby, and it happened. So like a Ninja Turtle, he was born. You know what I mean? Near a sewer cap.
It's really. I wish Lewis was here because it's really or Luigi. Pardon me.
He's an amazing baby.
Such a cute baby. You're Lewis. He's Luigi.
I'm just being
amazing
silly.
baby. Yeah.
I'm just being silly.
It kind of advanced for its age too, but we won't get into that. Advanced baby.
He is.
So you okay? Also, JoJo.
So I don't. Okay, no,
we
but
didn't
to
explain
finish
this.
the
We
question,
didn't explain this yet.
I still want to film.
And you live down the street from Timberline.
So
you live
Shawnee,
like basically 40 minutes away from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can still ski whenever you want.
So Shawnee, I moved here for that.
Yes. Okay.
And then somebody I was hooking up with, Maya, introduced me to Brittany while I was managing the Y East, like Day Lodge cafeteria.
And the rest is history.
And the Y bar. Yeah, I literally asked for her number in front of her, and because Maya was like, I have a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, when you want cheeks, you want cheeks. Whether they're, fish or human. Like, we all want it fried, baby.
Okay, yes. So you want to ski still, you want to still be involved, and you are still involved. Okay, that answers why you're not working for Stept.
But then I found passion in winemaking.
So you're independently. You don't need Stept to
Like
get by.
because I worked a full-time job while everybody else was filming, and people were complaining about not having money. Like, everybody's seeing Mutiny. Like, I'm literally running a bar, and I'd bring home. If anybody knows shout out to Wingdings. Like, if anybody knows what Wingdings are, they're like pre-breaded chicken wings. And holy shit, if you think a hot shower can get rid of a hangover, eat fucking 12 Wingdings. Like, bro, the holy water couldn't take the demon out of somebody as quick as 12 Wingdings took the fucking alcohol out of Warnick. Like, not even kidding. Like, J-Norm, token snowboarder. We went from Ian being like all set and filming, like going to Keep the Change and starting a snowboard magazine.
Yeah.
To like J-Norm from Bend coming into the fold.
All
and
right,
it's
all
like,
right,
yeah, what is he doing?
Lewis, we're getting back on track. Yeah. Okay. The rest of the Stept members, what do you think of them? What do you think of them? Chowens. What about Chowens? What do you think of Chowens?
Oh, he's making like $500,000 commercials for GQ and like doing like Aesop. I don't know. There's so many Aesops. I don't know how many edits he made.
Yeah.
I wish you'd come fucking visit, but he's being soft brand. Hasn't come back to
Oh,
good
so
for a couple
Clayton.
years.
What about Clayton?
Clambake is epic. He's really he looks like he's living a peaceful life.
Yeah, surfing.
Yeah, semi-country style.
Yeah, oh, we got a knock on the door.
Yeah.
Hello.
But like Clayton,
One second. There's so many knocks.
So the people
on the
that
door.
visit,
Hold up.
yeah.
Hold up. We gotta answer this.
Whatever. So the people that would visit the most, that visited me when I lived in Govey was Clayton and Charlie.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Extra, you'd like another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Totally. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
So because it's my anniversary, like I've been like just stacking prezzies and just getting people to deliver stuff.
Dude, we just got dessert delivered by Timberline Lodge.
Yeah, dude.
I will be eating this on camera.
Yeah.
I do not care.
But
I'll listen to you while you speak. Okay, you're talking about who you talking about?
You're talking
about clam bake.
The Bowles family, Alex, Cam, and Ian, they were so amazing. We'd stay at their house. The Martinis, we would stay, at their place. It was all really fun. I only have the highest regards for all of them. Like, it really was like a genuine friendship.
Do you want me to save this for your wife or no? I mean, it's kind of late.
I can say, dude, it's almost beach season, so I'm going to save this one for Brittany. You could totally eat that one.
I'm going in on
Plus,
this.
you're probably malnourished because this motherfucker normally runs his podcast out of a van. And he's from Connecticut, so that's a far drive.
I've never recorded an episode out of the van. Fun fact.
Right, the great van. Totally. So
I've done a lot of other things in there, but never recorded that.
It looks nice on the set.
Yeah.
But
very
yeah,
beautiful.
I have Noah filming with Noah was awesome.
Oh yeah, Noah Albaladejo.
Yeah, the Bendejo. Yeah.
The Bendejo.
No shit. Adios mios, Bobby. But the funny thing was like through my shitty later mid-30s, like not really filming and stuff. Like before I won Never Retire award.
From who? Who'd
from
you win
Level
that
1.
award?
I really didn't.
What do you mean Level 1 gave out an award? What are you talking
how
about?
crazy is that? They gave me a Never Retire award and didn't invite me to Mammoth. So that's why.
What was that part of? Why did they just give you an award out of the blue? Josh Berman just telling you?
I don't really know Connor like that. I kind of used to see Friedel, but I don't even know if he's like that around there. Like I'm good friend. Brady's a fucking G code homie from back in the day, well back days.
Yeah.
But I don't even. I was shocked when they gave me that award. But I was more bummed out that they didn't invite me to Mammoth because at that point I wasn't traveling like that much for FIS.
Yeah.
So I've never been to Mammoth, and then I was like, oh man, Mammoth is wet. I'm real bummed that they didn't invite me.
You've been to Mammoth though, no? Oh yeah, you were just there.
Judging. Judging events like ski events. So it's like really funny because like I wish that like level 1 it would invite me and like just give you a heads up. Andy and Tucker straight up hit me up and like, yo, dude, I wish you were here this year. It'd have been so much funner. Well, yeah, because, dude, come on, man. Bro, if you're going to invite pros.
You got to invite the pro.
No.
Louis Ciprari.
Just invite, like, some super old dudes. Like, yo, give Kusan a fucking holla. You know, it'd be even funnier to have Iberg fucking DJ instead of Laura Obermeyer, you know, who's not a DJ.
What are your thoughts on Laura Obermeyer?
You know, she's always been good to me. She tried to hike the summer solstice once, and me and Brittany had to fucking save her ass, like literally giving her like wine and food when she got to the top. But you know what it is. Like the girls ski thing was sick, and like Brittany used to buy the clothes, but she don't really do that anymore. So like we ain't buying cowboy hats. So what it is.
All right. So we're talking about the Stept guys. You're saying nothing but positive things about them.
Yeah.
And they're good guys. They're
great guys. Like, all of them are super
successful. And they put you in their movie.
Jackie is
Do you think they put their... Oh, my God, dude. I got to stop eating this thing. Hold up.
Dude, you're sloppy fucking puppy.
This is unprofessional.
My cat eats better than you.
I know. Dude, this is a weird...
And you got thumbs.
This is a frozen dessert.
Yeah, because they didn't think you were going to fucking deep throat Johnny it. Like, right when... It wasn't even for you.
It was for Brittany. All right.
This one's for Brittany.
Jesus Christ, I don't remember what I was talking about.
Step guys.
Step guys, you love them. They're great. Kind of completely lost my train of thinking. Stand by. I will get it back. You're being very positive. Can't remember.
Something about like, you were about to say, do you think they something?
I can't remember, dude. I honestly can't remember. He gave me a shot of tequila before this. He's giving me amnesia. He's trying to take control over this and hijack the airwaves.
First off, this dude has more chest hair than me, so he should be able to deal with it better than me. And second off, like, if you need help, I'm here. I think people would be interested because I know fucking Pete Arneson thinks I'm gonna fucking get canceled. Oh, you're gonna cancel my podcast. The 8 people that listen aren't going to fucking get you canceled. You making them fall asleep is what's going to get you canceled. Or, in other hands, it's going to get you more viewers because they listen to the whole goddamn thing.
I love their podcast.
Yeah, dude, it's a bittersweet thing because, like, we're all judges. And I used to do tons of events, but then I got shorthanded by Eddie Wall and Mike Powell. So now they do my gigs for 10 Barrel, which is cool. But, like, yeah, like, this is... everybody agrees when they hear this, and they're going to be fucking laughing their dicks off, or their vaginas, and they're going to be like, how's this dude never done a podcast before? Like, well, because people that are boring don't want me to steal their schwein. That's why Ethan is gracious enough to share the stage with me.
Yes, okay. Let's do a little bit more timeline because I think you're very interesting. So you're filming with the Stept guys. Oh, yes. I think maybe I was getting at like maybe you being in the Stept movies was like kind of like a Make-A-Wish sort of situation. Maybe that's where I was going. And if not, that's where we're going now. Did Nick and Alex and Cam include you in the Stept movies as a Make-A-Wish so the 28-year-old in the crew could have their dream of being a pro skier come true?
No. The short answer is no. Because, like, we were all friends.
Yeah.
And, like, we're all still friends. So if it was like that...
So you're still tight with, all, like, most of those guys?
So, like, for instance, like, the other crews I filmed with...
Yeah.
Like
who?
I didn't want to say their names because fucking fuck them.
Fuck them, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking... You know what I mean? Suck my dick, no homo. You know, like...
No Diddy,
I'm
baby.
still out here, bro.
No Diddy.
Like, no, straight up. We just had a fucking team photo shoot, and I got 2 awards. You know, granted, it might be 50% my personality, but, like...
That matters.
Come fucking show up. Do what I do. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking chuncing, but I'm doing what I can do. I'm doing my goddamn best, and that's worth something. If you're a fucking working man, people will see that.
Yeah.
You know, people.
So you were in Stept because you deserve to be there.
At that time, maybe. I don't know. You got to ask Nick, but you didn't ask any too many questions with him.
I mean, I had to go through his agent to even get in the same room as him. Not his agent, but maybe personal assistant.
I had to go through my fucking wife. I had to go through Timberline. This backdrop didn't happen on its own. You know, Jesus Christ.
For you to talk to me?
You think this is free? You think this is free? No, actually. So this is
okay, for the audio listeners, JoJo's holding up. Is this your own wine?
Yeah. So
okay, he's holding his own wine. It's
not chilled, but me and Joe Dobbs, we partnered up. He has an amazing label. I cheer him. It's just me and him, you know, real small, and we're making amazing wines that are getting 90s.
Not what do you mean? What does that mean?
Scores?
Like,
scores. Wine is scored by numbers, just like humans or animals, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? They have a price, not a score. So
you think Jason Aaron just walks around judging things in his mind? Well, like just looks at like a I don't know, like a fruit at the grocery store, and he's like, that's a 76 apple right there.
Jason can clean up in any room. So he's not judging, he's swatting away.
Interesting. Okay.
He's like a cuter version of me.
All right, so JoJo makes wine.
So, and so like for Itira, go check out their Instagram. Me and Joe partnered up. We're making sparkling. We're making your classic Pinot Noirs, but we do block designates, all natural ferments. And this was actually made when I worked at Bryn Mawr Vineyards. A big shout out to the Lauer family, Rachel Rose. So this was made when Joe was a custom crush client.
Yep.
And then we teamed up. And like, this is some amazing wine. This is like David's block. One of my really good friends, David Lauer, he helped me pick out my suit for my wedding, but he couldn't make it. He had back surgery. But like, this is a Pinot Blanc named after him. These are not chilled because we didn't get our fridge till later, but what is what it is. So we'll have these tomorrow.
Thank you, Timberline Lodge, anyways. Yep.
Yeah, Timberline, you've been great. So we'll have those tomorrow.
This is beautiful.
I just also want to give a big shout out to Dr. Pepper. If you're looking for, guerrilla marketing, elusive JoJo, I'll fucking say it with your chest. This is the only caffeine I drink. I quit energy drinks. The only other energy drink I do is up my nose, but I had to take a hiatus from that.
What's this one? What's this third bottle you got here?
So the reason why I put these drinks here is this is also a Barolo. We took our honeymoon, out in Alba, and Barolo is like one of my favorite wines. Most of it's like Nebbiolo, or like, some people are cheating it now, but this is just a great red wine. So if you're in the market for good red wine, find a Barolo or a Barbaresco.
What do you think of the other ski wine company?
I wish everybody success in the wine industry, like Wabs. We don't Wabs, Meeks. We don't really talk anymore, but like, they were a slight inspiration because they started making wine, and I was like, oh, that's way doper than Trim and Weed, because that's like kind of soft brand. Now that you can buy like, what was Jason buying ounces for? $10?
Something ridiculous.
You can, in Oregon, if you're a crackhead, you can buy an ounce of weed for $10.
So, you weren't a Make-A-Wish kid for Steps.
No, I don't think I was. That'd be funny if they said some shit like that. But like, Alex came to my wedding.
We saw them here last year. Yeah,
yeah. Alex is coming to spend time with me 4th of July. Cam, unfortunately, he couldn't come because his dog got hit by a car.
Jesus Christ.
They were at a fucking gas station, and the dog ran out to take a shit, and there was cars in the way.
Oh my God.
But that's why I'm a cat person, because dogs are, you know what I mean? In the summer, I identify as a lobster. In the winter, I identify as a Maine Coon
Lewis
cat.
is built like a meatball. You see him at the hot tub after getting in the sauna. It's a red, round Italian meatball. Walking around. God bless Brittany.
People want what they like, you know what I'm saying? No.
You are what you eat, baby.
Yeah. Taco Tuesday. It's actually, what is it? Oh, it's a Monday.
Lewis answered the phone on the lift today with Toph, and a good portion of it was just you guys barking at each other.
Yeah. There's no
Where
reason-
did that start? Where did the barking start? This is that. Yeah.
So
Let's begin with this.
Okay,
yeah.
so I never invented any. So I remember back in the day when I started ski boarding, like in my dad's Lincoln Town car. Rest in peace, Dad. I thought like I was like I'm gonna invent tricks and shit and like so like my only trick I ever invented, I would do Benihanas on ski boards, but that's not wet. Like that's not a thing anymore.
What would that even look like?
Like you grab the so it's when
I feel
you
like
grab,
that would just look like in
so
Japan,
you kick
right?
You kick your skateboard out, you grab your tail, and you kick your leg out. So you're like, airing it out.
Yeah.
But I never invented anything skiing. The funny thing is, people think I invented the elusive. I was like, that's the dumbest. That's a fucking front swap to K-Fed. Like, if you know me at all, like, Daddy fucking when I judge slush events, like 0 K-Feds, and then Josh is like, oh, Josh is like K-Feds, huh? And I'm like, yo, you fucking chooch.
So you hate K-Feds?
It's just like in a competitive arena, it's the easiest thing you could do.
It's like, why are you doing a K-Fed? Yeah.
Because most people can't get on the rails properly, so they like, yeah, like fucking that one character, Stewie from a Mad TV. Remember that guy?
No,
like,
that's too old of a reference.
Yeah. And so like people don't jump with both feet.
Yeah.
So like when you do that, you can scissor your front foot when you land because it's landing at different times.
Yeah.
So if you lose a balance of your front foot, you can twat. And then, like, you can go straight into a front swap. So, a lot of chooches you see, like, do quick swaps.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting onto a rail.
Yeah, they get on and then swap right away.
Soft brand.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Will invented that to be, like, a technical skateboarder.
Yeah.
But, dude, like, it didn't fucking translate, brother.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Cheers to that.
It didn't translate. Kind of like the Baron flip. It didn't translate.
Yes. All right, so you're not a Make-A-Wish kid.
Stop fucking saying that.
I'm saying that you're not one.
You say it one more time, I'm going to slap you in your puss. And it's either going to be downstairs or upstairs. You get to choose. Oh, wait, we're recording this. They can see he doesn't have a JJ. Shout out Oprah Winfrey. But yeah, but like, in all seriousness.
Okay, well,
No. But no.
Continue.
In all seriousness, like, I've said this before, and people don't really listen. Like, I love you, Tanner. You know, he's a homie. Like, he gave me a fucking dope motivational speech the other day, and I was ready to fucking, like a Kool-Aid man,
run through a wall.
Yeah, like, yeah, and it fucking snowed here.
Yeah.
Remember that day?
Yep.
It fucking snowed here. And, like, we hit one spot trying to fucking do fives on a fucking QP.
Getting clipped up by Tristan,
In a rain, like it's raining. It was snowing and raining. And everybody else wanted to leave. The 15 people at the surface shoot. And, like, I wanted to keep on going.
Yeah.
And Jason's like, yo, are you soft in the head?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I walk to school.
This is well said.
So like,
this is well said to take back what I've been saying.
So what I was gonna say was,
Yeah.
is like, there's got to be people like me, to have people like Tanner. Like the snowboard industry has that, where they respect their elders, they respect people that help fucking gatekeep. But skiing doesn't have that because they're all fucking chuckleheads that are like, oh, daddy fucking wants me to actually get a job. Well, wait, you weren't making money during this?
Yeah.
And so, like, the people that have always been near me, I wouldn't be anywhere with Matt Ream at Rosano. Like, that was like, Dinosaur tried to sponsor me. Matt Ream came through with the fucking Cobra clutch because he's like, yo, like, fuck just skis. Like, we got boots, bindings,
whole shebang. Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. And then plus, like, the first pair of skis I ever got.
Yeah.
It was like the whole kit with the boots, yada yada. And there's a fucking eighth of weed when weed was like really expensive back in the day.
Yeah.
Like we're talking 20 years ago, like $50 an eighth.
Yeah.
There's an eighth of weed in my the Rosano soft boots.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the hard ones were like, they weren't doing it for me because they were too narrow. So I got the soft boots. And there's weed in there. And I was like, oh, bada bing. You know, and then also shout out to Matt Berkowitz. Like he sponsored me at Fisher for like a couple years. And then now Brian Landrigan, he's always held it down.
Yeah.
He does fucking podcasts with that chooch, out of or whatever.
Out of Collective.
Yeah, I don't know where he came from, fucking Abu Dhabi, I don't know. But I don't know who the guy is. I've hit him up, like, who are you? Just like you, like, what are your credentials? And he's just somehow friends with Brandon.
If Jojo was born into a different life where he lived in an inner city, he would.
I did.
No, wait,
Whoa.
wait. You would definitely be the guy in like any city where you're like, yo, you're a famous rapper pulling up. You gotta check in with me first. And these guys are like, who the fuck are you?
Oh, you mean like used to be
Another visitor.
Waka Waka? So you mean like when I was the self-proclaimed mayor of Govey?
Yes, when you're the self-proclaimed mayor of Gubby. We have wife and baby in tow.
We have Brittany Cardarella, a.k.a. Brittany Ciprari.
The love of his life.
Yeah, she's the most amazing thing that ever happened to me. She's a wild land firefighter.
With the most
and an
beautiful baby
archaeologist.
of all time.
Yeah, and that baby brought some guns, so I'm super stoked. No more boob job. Arr, arr, arr. You won't, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yo, beautiful. You don't want to stick around?
I forgot my book.
Okay. We love you.
Love you too. I'm gonna go watch the cloud.
Thank you, Brittany.
Okay. See, that's what happens when you're a genuine person and slightly attractive, super funny, and spicy.
Yeah, if you're that, you get to get a wife as awesome as Brittany.
Yeah, and it's even funnier. Like I tell people, like within the 7 years I moved from the East Coast, like dumb, like successful.
Yeah.
Like literally, like making wine with one of the biggest wine names you can be in the Willamette Valley. Like Joe Dobbs is a fucking G.
Yeah.
It's a Dobbs, like Dobbs. Like it's legit.
I'm gonna give JoJo a shout out because I'm jokingly referring to you as or suggesting that you might be a Make-A-Wish kid. There's not many other 40-year-olds pulling up, camping with the surface crew, stacking clips, out in the snow, building jumps, drinking seltzers. So cheers to you, dude. Cheers to you.
But also,
Grab a new drink because you finished
but
your
also, like, G-checking.
your apple spritz. Listen, man. Very few are doing it like you. Cheers to you. We need more people like that in the industry that are staying in it for their whole life.
Because, like, it's just like, yeah, you see people have resurgences because they go through real life.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the biggest issue with me is, like, I felt like I would have been better at skiing or something bigger in skiing if I didn't work a full-time job. But, like...
But he's not trying to be poor.
I don't have...
He doesn't have daddy's money.
My mom does, like, we don't got it like that. Like, that's
He's got to work. He's got to manage bars. He's got to be the guy that fires you from a restaurant.
I fucking I catered my own wedding. I had it at my house.
Catered his own wedding.
7 fucking
HELOC loan on the tiny home behind his crib,
dude, like,
rented out,
like
$1,600 a month.
Like I said before,
For
you don't
$900
work,
profit.
you don't
What you
eat.
talking about?
Like you gotta make it work for you because like there's too many poor me's out there.
All right,
like,
let's transition to this.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're someone that's been a rider in various capacities, and you're 40 now, and you're still a rider.
Yeah, I'm not the fucking team manager.
Yeah, I asked you on the lift the other day.
you
Well, that was to troll you because you're bossing these kids around, and I'm like, what are you, the team manager?
okay.
Knowing full and well that Jason is your team manager.
So Kellen and those cats at the campsite, straight up like these chooches were around, and like if you don't know what chooch is, watch Jersey Shore. If you don't watch Jersey Shore, you a fucking suspect.
Watch The Sopranos instead. Yeah.
No, because like most people can't get into that because they don't realize life and death. Most people haven't had loss in their life, so like we don't want people crying before they go skiing.
All right, do a little Jersey Shore accent then. You know, just
I'm-
okay. Well, hold up. Who's your favorite Jersey Shore character?
Snooki.
Snooki. Okay.
If I could, well, Brittany dressed up as Snooki one Halloween.
And you loved it.
Smash.
And you loved it.
Yeah, I see.
You got smushed when she was dressed up as Snooki.
Joey wants smush mush all the time.
All right, so Kellen and company were saying what about you at the campfire?
Like it's just like.
They were suggesting you were the team manager.
Well, no, they told these morons I was. So like people were. So like it was like a dumbass like where like Kylie Carl. Like she's super cool. Like,
Kylie and Carl, she's the same person.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. Like
that's one person he's referring
bottle
to.
service, all right, you know. But like so,
Shout
like,
out Park City
she's
Bottle Service. Yeah,
she's super cool. But like she invited a boatload of people.
Yeah.
And like told a bunch of people,
myself included.
So like they knew it was Surface Week because I made a fucking big old sign. So I wanted to show up. So I ripped apart my dance floor from my wedding that I had at my house, catered myself with my homie Jordan. Jordan, you're awesome. I made that into like a sign, a table, brought the pallets for a bonfire, and like it was a whole thing.
Great bonfire.
And so like
good times
it was,
had by all.
dude, epic. They were telling these morons that like, oh, like that's the team manager right there.
Have some respect for your elders.
Yeah,
folks.
so like
yeah.
so Jason wasn't there, and they were like telling Jason.
Well, I don't know if Jason would rush to defend you either. I think he would kind of enjoy.
Well, Jason would be like, no, like, you Surface team manager. He'd be like, no. Whereas like I didn't know what to say because like I want to be nice and like I want them to still buy Surface skis.
Yeah.
Where Jason could care less because like
maybe Jason's the Make-A-Wish kid.
Killer tried to buy skis, and Jason fucking canceled his order.
Blow the lid off the industry with that story. That's a great one, dude.
Man,
That's a great one.
I was into that dude until I gave him like constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Because he's like interviewing people he was like fucking hooking up with and like random kooks in Colorado. And I was like, dude, your shit could be legit. Like the fucking Kit Chat bars could be legit if you just toned it down. And then he listed a group of my friends like, oh, you think these guys aren't legit? And I was like, that's not what I'm saying. You fucking interviewed Spriggs like 3 months ago, you fucking cockbag. Like I was saying, if you just tighten it up and like did one every week instead of like some fuck girl you think that's cute on the lift.
Yeah.
Like Slut Strands across America was started by a person we brought up earlier, and that's probably she probably thinks it's derogatory now. Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't know. I feel like Slut Strands is a wild name for a brand. Just
but you do,
knowing nothing about their brand.
But you know who started it.
No, I legitimately don't. Oh.
Yeah. So say it with your chest. You're gonna be the most political person out there, but you know.
No way.
I'm the motherfucker. I'm the only motherfucker that started only girls fucking competition ever.
Did you?
Yeah, Breast Coast Sessions. It was supposed to be the week before West Coast Sessions.
You told me about this.
Yeah, so chicks could come out. Like, dude, it was super sick. We had a meeting and everything. Like Danielle, Brooke, and all these homies.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's what makes an event.
No,
we had a meeting.
Yeah, and fucking Katrina, she's designing engineer for trains.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows what that chick's doing now? But she came out.
Hang out with a bunch of autistic
hang out with me
people.
and Lowell. I didn't know she was straight edge.
In a
Everybody
good
thinks
way.
I'm from Lowell. I'm from Newburyport.
Yeah.
Like, even grosser, ill. You know? Like, but yeah, and like, so we had a meeting with all these girls, and then they all got like cocky about it.
About what?
Like, oh, well, we didn't get invited to West Coast Sessions. And I'm like, that's not what it's about. Like, this is your own event, and then you crush it.
So you invented, to help the women out, you invented Breast Coast Sessions.
Yeah, for the week before West Coast Sessions.
Yeah,
So
and
girls could have
to benefit breast cancer?
No, girls.
So
Women.
the breast reference is just because it's all about women.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
a playoff of West Coast Sessions.
Okay.
How did you, dude?
That
fuck
makes sense.
you. How did you? You made me sound like a douchebag.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah,
no. Listen,
seriously.
anyone
And, like,
put
I
on
was
events
single,
for women is sick.
Most of the guys, pro skiers that showed up, because I was only there for a couple West Coast Sessions. So most of the guys that show up are single. These are affluent guys. They're cute. Like, they're fun. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hang out.
Like, who
with
showed up that fits that mold? Would you say?
Chris Laker. You know what I mean? Like, just enough loose to like get cheeks.
Yeah.
You know, well, Pete Artisan was there, so you know he got.
I was literally gonna say.
You know, he
Pete.
got cheeks. Waka waka. Like, Jason didn't show up because he's been there, done that. You know, you know. So like all the but like I started the event because I wanted to get cheeks, and then like have cool chicks. Because the industry needs better female skiing.
So you put on a women's event so you could get laid.
And progress female skiing.
Both equally, or was one weighted more than the others?
Who doesn't want to get laid after skiing?
Facts. It's a beer in the lot, and then you just run over to
If T's taught us anything, it's
your Tacoma
like,
hard shell truck
even on
bed.
the lift,
Yeah.
Marlon Hando on the lift. Who cares? Like,
Who cares?
Dude,
That's easy.
Everything's open game. We're skiers. Like,
Yeah,
You're dumb
yeah.
enough to wake up that early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we could. You could have picked any avenue where you have to wake up later, but like let's wake up fucking 6:30, fucking chase traffic, like pow hungry. Like I hope my kid fucking doesn't want to do any of that. Like
If you could have an ideal outcome for Luigi,
dude, he'd be into fucking Supercross. Like, yo, give me my.
oh, so you don't even want Luigi to be
No.
a skier. You want him to be a dirt biker.
No, I want him to do stuff where you don't wait in line.
Luigi's a very advanced child. I think that's my second time saying it on this podcast.
Mega, dude. My
Talk
homie,
about tummy time. Talk about tummy time.
dude. He's rolling both ways. He's already,
So he rolls unnatty.
dude. Yo, in competition, fist judging, there is no such thing as left and right. You're supposed to execute all directions.
So Luigi,
So that
your
makes-
child,
Yeah.
Louis the Fourth, rolls
Ar-
rolls left and right, natty, unnatty, switch, and regs.
And butt first,
So all 8.
penis first, butt first.
Yeah. So Luigi does all 8
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he also makes fart noises at 10 weeks, and
Oh, with his mouth, not with his butt.
both.
Oh, both, of course. I mean,
It's
he's
not
baby.
what you heard, it's what you hear and listen. Shout out Chris Logan. You know what I mean? Okay, so back to the fucking barking thing. I never fucking finished that. People ask me if I taught Henrik how to bark.
That's a great question.
He
Yeah.
actually lived with us on the couch at the Hood House.
Okay, wait. Stand by.
I mean, the Hood House.
I have to go pee so bad. I want you to talk to me about this.
Yeah.
This is actually something that Jason asked me about. So while I pee, I will listen. Tell me about the Hood House, and then tell me about the Hood Condo. Also, turn that mic towards me so I can make sure it's still recording. Let me see that. We're still going.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. I
So
think
tell us about you being the mayor of Government Camp.
Well, no, that was when I was just a rookie biatch from Massachusetts. But I don't know if we should get into those because those are like.
Get into it.
No, I have fucked up stories. I'm not gonna get.
Tell us one fucked up story.
Okay, so precursor.
Also, there's already pee
Hey,
in this. There's
hey.
already pee in this toilet.
Yeah, because you don't pee in a toilet once. We're trying to save the environment here. Like fucking using one straw. Like turtles don't die from straws. That's propaganda. But like pee in your toilet, like you gotta get 2 or 3 pees in a toilet before you flush. Especially when you're at a hotel, because like you know, what I mean, they gonna get the pee stain. Somebody can clean it. But where was I getting at? What was the question again? Oh yeah, Hood.
Gubby house.
So okay,
Gubby mayor.
so all I'm gonna say is who lived in the Hood condo, not the Hood house, and this will be a precursor to you guys listening to another podcast because I can't deal with this guy that much. This is my anniversary and he ate my fucking wife's dessert, but it's all good. So like the Hood condo, I had a blown out knee. This dude Adrian McElwee, rest in peace, rented this place, put a fucking ad on News Schoolers, and guess who responded?
You.
Everybody, no, ew.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
a fucking ill. Oh, I'm fucking ill. Whoa, ill. I was only fucking with people on AOL Messenger, like, you know, pretending like I was an older dude and like,
Bresco sessions.
and like having like, you know, yeah, no, ill. I wasn't hitting people up on fucking News Schoolers for condos. So Shawnee J, Jackie, fucking they're ill. And then Warnick, Charlie, Brogan, they all saw this post. They got like a cheap condo because this dude's like, my parents are gonna give me money, and we can like stay in this condo in Govey. And then also who ended up joining us was Stu Halverson, Austin Torvinen. Shay couldn't make it, so he went to like
So this is a Government Camp house.
condo.
Condo. Okay.
Condo, 2-bedroom condo. And then who was it? Sean Kennedy.
So Jason told me to ask you about this. So you were like 25 and all the Stept guys were like 16.
No.
Not 16, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
And Henrik's there too?
no, that was the Hood House. Where
Okay,
Henrik
so
and-
you had a condo,
so,
then a house.
so the Hood House, that was the year after. But those stories we'll get into later
Yes.
on a different podcast. But the Hood House, so now I got to bring up who was living there.
Yes.
So this is after that because Sprays came and fucking poached.
All right, so
And
you had
yeah.
the condo from New Scholars, and then how'd you move into a house?
So then we wanted to be more sophisticated. So it was me and Spriggs were spearheading it.
Yeah.
And it was Taylor Seaton.
Yep.
Oh my God, fucking Jesus, Baskins. Oh, Taylor Seaton, Charlie Baskins, and then it was Jackie and Charlie. So it was Spriggs was like, "I'm getting pussy." I was like, "I'm getting pussy." So we each had our own bedrooms, and then downstairs it was, oh my God, Pat Baskins. It was Pat Baskins and Taylor Seton, and so I sold these kids, like, because they were like, we don't get our own rooms, and these are kids from Vail.
Yeah.
Like, so they're used to jerking off in their
So
own
they're
bathrooms.
needy. So they're needy.
Yeah, let alone their own bedrooms. They have their own bathrooms to spank.
Yeah.
You know, so I literally, before they showed up, I like me and Jackie and Spriggs, we stapled walls. Like, we broke down the 2 bunk beds they had.
Yeah.
And like we stapled sheets. We might even invented the sheet room. Actually, no, Nick Martini did. And like we stapled sheets to the ceiling, so it made 2 bedrooms. Because like Charlie and Sean were like, yeah, I could beat Cheeks in front of you, you know, because they're really good friends.
Yeah.
But like, you know, Pat and Taylor had a little tougher time, but they
So
still
how many bedrooms is this, and how many people are living
2
here?
bedrooms and a basement, and we made it into 4 bedrooms because like, yeah, I moved. What was that dumbass pool? Bumper pool. Moved the bumper pool table before they showed up. We made it into like 2 bedrooms downstairs, so it was like acceptable when they showed up.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was like super sick. But like
Yeah.
Henrik and Phil, Henrik stayed with us for like 3 weeks. I ended up getting a pair of the fucking Biggie skis, but they were like kind of broken because Charlie used them. But I hope Angela still has them. But yeah, it was super sick, and like
So you lived in government camp for how long?
a summer, went home to get knee surgery, and then another summer. That's a whole nother story. So I went.
Were you
back-
ever here in the winter?
Yeah. Well, no, not until like a couple years later, and then like, and it just didn't pan out. And
Right.
then so like 7 years ago, I moved here and I met Brittany because Wally Inouye, he offered me a job managing the Y Bar and the Y's cafeteria. And love you, Wally. He's one of my best friends. He invented the wall ride. 65-year-old skateboarder is still crushing it. I think he might be 61. I don't know. I don't want to be a dick. But Wally, I love you, bud. You know,
Yep.
he's just a legend. And so, like, but back to, I want to give my major shout outs back to, like, Brandland, like, holding it down. Like, he was my burn team manager. And then now he's at Fisher. And, like, love him to death. Like, he hooks me up with ski boots.
Yep.
And, like, I'm one of the only people that gets the soles and ski boots. Like, you have to be a full Fisher athlete to not get non-tech soles.
Yep.
But Brandon's like, I told the fucking company about jet skis. They
Yeah.
didn't believe me. They're like, whoa. Yeah. Like, made him
Yeah.
schnitzel. Because I do catering and shit with Wally.
Could you like move to your right just a little bit so you could show people the crock pot behind you?
Oh.
Yeah, like just lean. Yeah, or just whatever direction you want to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so I got a Mississippi. They call it a Mississippi chuck roast. So like I'm roasting it right now.
She's steaming. It looks
Yeah,
good,
I need
man.
to go get the pepperoncinis and the ranch packet. But like this podcast is taking up my fucking time. You know what I mean? Because,
Valuable time. He's gonna send me a huge invoice for this.
No, he's gonna come tomorrow and he can have some of this.
Listen, JoJo's the only guy I know that shows up to a hotel room, and especially this isn't a Courtyard Marriott. This is the Timberline Lodge. They got like 3 restaurants in here. He's the only guy I know that shows up with a bin from Walmart full of cooking supplies and a crock pot and a bunch of meat. This is a true Italian right here. You're looking. This is not a fake Italian.
This motherfucker. Okay, I'll show.
Yeah.
I'll show the fucking. Yo, we got the fucking beef here. Okay.
Pick up your mic. Pick up your mic.
No, we don't. No, this is gonna be. I'm just gonna show them the fucking beef.
All right, this is a visual only segment for those of you listening. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Oh my God, look at that,
Erection.
dude. That looks
So I just need
really
to
good.
Do 2 more hours and this thing would falling apart like your dreams.
What you know about pulling up to the hotel room at a fancy hotel with the crock pot? God bless Brittany. Oh my Lord.
Brittany, Lauren, Cardarella, now Brittany. I don't even shoot. This is just Brittany Ciprari. I didn't ask her. Did she take away or add on? I don't know.
I don't know if she's hyphenating. I mean, it's your wife. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know.
She's such an individual. I couldn't have asked for a better person to marry. Like, it's just a dream come true.
And she's
like,
just awesome.
Yeah.
She is awesome.
It's
And you got a cute, adorable, advanced baby. I'll
Thank
take
you.
that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Just
$10
a tip.
from JoJo.
Yeah, you got to support your podcast. You know what I'm saying? And then
Support your local podcaster.
Yeah, and like
Patreon.com.
it's just
Early access
anything's
to
possible.
episodes.
Like you were around this week, and like we were talking about, like I've been around because I'm not the best skier in the world. It's because I'm just a genuine person and I love this.
JoJo keeps it 100. I mean,
Where's it-
Lewis keeps it 100 at all times. Lewis the third.
Like I'm not trying to monopolize on skiing. This is a career for me. But okay, so what I've learned with me and Jason, we had a big talk about this because he manages. So like I'm fortunate enough to be sponsored by Fisher Ski Boots. Matt Beers hooks it up with codes for look bindings and anything on that front. So I really appreciate that. And then like Jason Aarons, he runs Coswell, Joystick, and Surface Skis.
Yeah.
Whereas like I never thought that I'd that's a he's trying to create a conglomerate, but make them separate like Raza used to do. And then like Annabelle, like barely knows me, like as a person, but knows of me.
Yeah.
Dating an amazing guy, Kellen.
Yep.
And like she put me on the Street 22, so now I have like a streetwear sponsor. Where it's like if you just be fucking genuine and you don't be a scumbag asshole that's asking for things, you'll get things. But there's that fine line where you need to ask for things. Like you don't get podcasts because fucking Johnny Mosley's calling you. Hey, Ethan from Connecticut. Like, I want to say something. Like, no. If
You got to reach out to people.
You'll never get something you don't ask for unless you're Shaun White looking for a court case.
But make yourself deserving of asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most noble person and philanthropic person and nicest person we know in skiing, and you can admit this, is Andy Perry.
Yeah, Andy's a great dude.
Nobody's done more for skiing than Andy Perry.
I don't think anyone. This would be an interesting conversation. Just a broader conversation, not for me and you to have. I don't know if anyone has gotten more people into skiing than Andy Perry.
Pizza's more expensive than hot dogs, Glenn Plake. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
No, but for real, like I think Andy Perry.
I'm just kidding.
I think Andy Perry inspired more people to ski than maybe any other human on the face of this earth.
Yeah.
Especially through Tell a Friend Tour.
But then the crazy thing is like Andy is my best friend. I consider him my best friend.
Yeah.
But Tanner's my friend. So like I wish they would just squash the beef.
What, Montana? Oh yeah.
Because like, you know what I mean? Like they're both two big dogs. Yes, I agree there needs to be more beef in
I don't think anybody can be more different.
Who made that Instagram post?
Which
Phil.
Which
Phil
one? Which
Casbon was
Instagram
like, "Do
post?
we need more beef in skiing?" And I just called out a group of people, and nobody
Yeah.
DM'd me be like, "Yo, dog."
Yeah.
Because guess what? Like, I'll give you my address.
Yeah.
Like, bro, send me a care package because I'll send you back to your mommy.
Word.
Just kidding. I'm not a.
Tell us about.
I'm
okay.
a positive person.
Let's do this. Tell us about your perspective of your pro model coming out. And then I'll tell you what Jason said.
My perspective of my pro model is very sleek and clean, and it's got a caricature of me that Shane McFalls made of me, and it's going to be. I have an article coming out. Thank you so much, Owen Dahlberg.
Yep.
And Topher Newitt.
Browser issue 2.
Yeah, everybody involved.
Buy it now.
Yo, Willie Griffith, another team member.
Dope kid. Just met him for the first time this week. Willie's the truth.
Yeah. I just got to give a big shout out to the Surface team. It's just unreal being part of something at this age. And it's not like they're just giving me shit. Like, I got to earn it. And I'm proud of myself. And I feel like they're proud of me. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to say too much because you'll see the awards and stuff, like, in the edit. You'll see the footage.
You'll read the interview.
Yeah. And then, like, but Owen Dahlberg with Browser, it's such a change of pace. And he made that magazine because he's sick of the bullshit with other magazines where it's mostly ads.
Ski magazines suck, dude.
Yeah, they're soft
Ski
brand.
magazines
They're fucking soft
suck.
brand.
Hey, listen, if you guys want a good perspective on magazines, listen to... actually, never mind. I can't release that yet. But there's some Yeah.
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 But also-
magazines are whack.
Yeah,
but Owens is not whack.
They're out of
Owens is the
touch.
shit.
Browser's
Owens
still
is
gotta go.
the-
It's out of touch.
Shout out Browser Magazine. Owens doing it right. Limited ads, real ads.
But like, I ride for Surface skis. I was one of the first people to get a pair of Givers. They're like one of the most
Which
talked
is a
about.
Surface model, yep.
Yeah, they're one of the most talked about skis on the market right now.
So let's talk about. Wait, we gotta talk about your ski because you're talking about the ski model. Blah 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 blah.
You know, so I fell in love. That's why I fell in love with Surface. So it's like,
Because the Giver's so good.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like they're coming out with new models all the time. Noah Curry, who's also part of Good Enough, he's the best thing that is part of Good Enough podcast. But his fucking internet, I think that's fake news. I think his internet works. He just doesn't want to deal with those two jabronis.
Yeah.
You know, Jason's the light of my life. But
What's
my
Pete?
God, Pete is a fucking saltine. You know what I mean? Like, he's scared of me. He thinks I'm gonna get his podcast canceled. But like, yeah, the second you interview one more random person, you're gonna cancel yourself. Cause it's like, oh, sick. My parents listened, and Joey.
I listen.
Yeah, but who are you? You got your credentials from Kinko's.
I got my credentials from Kinko's.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy from
And
Connecticut.
you borrowed them from Ryan Barrick. Yeah, fucking.
I knew that was coming. Hey,
I want to be positive.
And what now? While we're talking about ski sun, shout out to Jed Kravitz. I met him at Mammoth. He's an old ski sun.
Oh my God, it's funny you bring it up because
Yeah.
Andy. So like before what we were talking about, like
Yeah.
I'm a jaded bitch about like my shots.
Yeah.
So Andy can vouch for me. He's like, cause like Andy's like the most critical of me.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, bitch ass, like you don't get no shots that didn't need to be used. And I was like, yo, remember when we were filming at sundown?
Yeah.
And they had a whoop rail and a
Yeah, that
third-
Umbo,
No,
when it was
but
still
they-
painted yellow, right?
No, but it was at a 30-degree angle,
Yeah.
like this, like Wong
Yeah.
Wong, like Wayne Wong.
Yeah.
You know?
it's a
with a
swoop
third-
rail
no,
that's
with-
at an up angle. Yeah.
With a 30-foot gap.
Yep. Over the
And
Meathead
I was
logo,
wearing
right?
I was wearing a white button-up. I was working at a Chinese restaurant.
Wait, was that when they did the gap over the Meatheads logo, or am I thinking of something else?
Oh
That's
yeah. Oh yeah. And guess what? I stole a TomTom. I'm not being racist right now. I stole a TomTom from a Chinese restaurant I was working at because I was like a bartender.
That's an old school GPS, correct?
Yes, chef.
Yes.
Yes, chef. And yeah, and I because like this was when you MapQuest it.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, oh my God, there's like 26 turns through this residential area. I'm never making it.
Yeah.
I smoke too many drugs.
Yeah.
Just weed, not drugs. You know.
Crackhead.
Yeah. Bling bling. You know. If you ever seen bum fights, go look it up.
Yes,
if you
I've
haven't
seen bum fights,
If you
yes.
if you're from Canada and you haven't seen the fucking Carts of Darkness, go look it up.
Yep.
And if you haven't, that's how you know you're not core.
Yeah.
But yeah, I front forward and blind forward
The Umbo. That was
off that rail.
the up
30-foot gap,
yeah.
and neither my clipes made it into the Mwivy. And they had a 10 jump line, like going like you come off the lift. They weren't slow jumps, but they weren't fast jumps. But it was like a BMX track.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah,
had
yeah.
to bust to land.
Yep.
Dude, Daddy was doing front flips, back flips, 360s. None of that, no. Made it to the movie.
Well-
I had segments in the B-rolls, but bruh, I'm showing up in like jewelry, like fucking greased hair, with matching plaid shirt.
Italian. Put the I in Italian.
And like Jeff McDonald and them were like, oh, this you don't see crazy people like this all night. Shay's showing up in a Carhartt t-shirt. Like, what do you mean you see crazy people like this all night? I'm the only
I
one
miss
fucking
riding that
getting down with
sundown,
the get
dude.
down.
I miss riding that sundown.
Well, Sundown's been amazing to Tell a Friend Tour. Big shout out to Tell a Friend Tour. I love you, Andy. I really appreciate you inviting me on the tours. I wish I wasn't so in my head when we were on tour.
Yeah.
Because like we were filming traveling circuses.
Yep.
Because like I know I'm not the best, so I think about things too much. And when people do tricks, I don't want to do that trick. But most people are like, "Oh, you're Joey Ciprari. Like that's a chooch," and like they're not going to use that trick. You know, like they're going to use yours. But I'm like, that's soft brand. Like skateboarding, like you know, you don't do that. Like snowboarding, like I said, like I grew up snowboarding until I was 18. I didn't know better.
Yep.
And so, like, I treated it like that. Like, where it's like, no, there's fucking rules to the road. we're not paving a new fucking road, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we're not longboarders. Like we're gonna build features. We're gonna make it different. That's a weird analogy,
Yes.
but that's where my head was at the whole time I was skiing. Where I was like, I'm eventually gonna get taken care of. I'm eventually gonna get taken care of. Because, like I said before, there's got to be people like me, like Tanner. Like, he's the upper echelon.
Yeah.
But who else is 40 years old fucking winning awards at fucking photo shoots?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I honestly...
And when am I going to get my invite to fucking Kimbo sessions to play Tall T Dan in a game of Slush? Because, like, that's the last thing on the checklist is playing Tall T Dan. Like, dude, we got the pro model coming out.
Yeah.
We got the browser article. I got the,
Wait, so oh my God, we didn't even finish talking about your pro model. Let me just fast
I don't want to give too much. I don't want to give out too much. Jason.
Do you want to give out the brand that it's going to be under or no?
Well, yeah, obviously it's going to be a Surface ski because without Surface, my career would be over.
That's not true. Jason said it's not going to be a Surface ski. But it's going to be something even better than a Surface ski.
Well, yeah. No, like, I get where he's coming from. We're like, because he's a great friend where he wants me to create my own.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And so I'm going to run with it.
And
like,
so we got a special little brand, little one-off thing.
Yeah, it's going to be, okay, so just kind of like, okay, so skate. So if you idiots don't know, skate companies don't sell their skate shit. They send their ideas and prototypes into a distribution company that has a manufacturing company, and they have 1,000 products under one warehouse. So, like, it'd be sick to be something underneath what he's created.
Yeah.
Because I believe that I've been nice enough, even though I know I've been negative, and I apologize if I've scarred anybody for being a complete douchebag, but I meant it, and like what it is, because we all got to move on as
when
adults.
Keeping it real goes wrong.
But not even that. Like, I'm not going to say something if I don't mean it.
Yeah.
But, like, what Jason's giving me is an opportunity.
Yep.
And, like, we'll see where it goes. And, like, okay, so, like, everybody falls asleep. I sleep like fucking shit. Because, you know what I mean, my lifestyle, and I have ADHD. But most of y'all dream. Where it's like, people that sleep like a bag of fucking rocks like me, we dream in reality. So, like, if you convince enough people that you're dope and doing dope shit, you are dope. But then reality manifests itself, and you're just a dope ass dude.
Yes.
And like, I'm not saying I'm a dope ass dude. I'm just saying that, like, dreams can become reality. And, like, if you don't cry as a fucking grown man over 25, you know, like, you're fucked up. Like, because, like, the hype is real. Anything's possible. And especially in 2024, you can be whatever the fuck you want. Like, I can identify as anything I want. And right now, I'm a fucking winemaker cosplaying as a professional skier. And if you have anything to fucking say about it, say it to my fucking face.
Yeah, Chooch.
Yeah, I got sponsors. I got a loving wife. I can do
adorable, advanced, ahead of its age baby.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, Daddy's on his way to fucking Copper, the film for Surface Week. I want to learn some fucking tricks. You know, like, people don't know that. Like, if you blow your bag, you have nothing new. Dude, if I do a fucking screaming semen, I've never done one of those. People are gonna be like,
game changer.
Twat!
Listen, I got one last question before we wrap this all up.
Oh wait, one before we wrap it up.
No, but I just
Big
got a question
shout
that's still along these lines before you start shouting people out.
Big shout out to Malchek. That's the last shout out I have.
Josh Malchek. Connecticut resident.
Yeah, thank you so much, dude. I'm super stoked on your promotion. I can't tell you that. It's not. Yeah, I can't tell you who he is. But Daddy moved up.
Word.
And then Bob Senior at Fire on the Mountain Burning Boards.
Yep.
Love that guy. I wish I was still around because I have to mount my own fucking skis.
Shout out those folks. I got a question for you since we're talking about your professional ski career.
Yo, chill out. You say it condescending like that one more time. I'm gonna treat you like Tanner. Reschedule.
Do you? Well, you might not like this question. Do
Okay,
you
go
have Jason Aarons to thank for your professional ski career? Is he the one facilitating the whole thing right now?
No, because I put in the work. You've seen Mutiny.
And he's just recognizing it. And he's just recognizing the work that you're putting in.
He's recognizing real. Because just like how he's given like 800 people like a chance to have a pro model on joystick.
It was a very crowded surface week.
Well, no, joystick's even more crowded. You know what I mean?
Let's see joystick week, dude.
It's gonna be called kebab week. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna be more cooked? You know, I've always wanted the joystick week because I think that's the only way I'll get invited to Kimbo sessions. Yeah.
So Jason is not to thank for your current professional success.
No, the Martini brothers and Cam Riley.
But you still love Jason and thank him greatly.
Oh no, I love Jason immensely.
But not Pete.
No, I love Pete.
But you think he's saltine?
No, yeah, he's a saltine, but a saltine tastes really good with some good cheese. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Daddy is the cheese.
Yeah.
Pete is the fucking cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in layman's terms.
It's all making sense.
And like the 9 Club has other people.
Yeah.
It keeps it engaging. It's not so like we're sick of hearing Noah's phone break up.
Yeah,
you know,
dude,
and that's on purpose because Rachel's slapping the phone out of his hand because you're gonna say something dumb. But Noah's super interesting. But Jason is the most interesting person in skiing.
Jason straight up is the most interesting person skiing, just because of everything that he knows. Jason's the CIA.
Yo, Jason's
of skiing,
the Gestapo of skiing. I'm
Yeah.
the Don, and Pete's the consigliere. You know
Pete just answers to JoJo. That's it.
Well, no, he thinks he's talking to the Godfather, you know, the Godfather, like the Don, but like you know,
But he's really talking to me at his house in Reno and live in person.
Jason's seen what my
another visitor.
Oh,
wife and baby.
Yeah. So
Ready for the room.
okay.
All right, let's bring this home, JoJo.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
So,
Husband and father of the year.
For my ski career, I have everything. I have to thank Stept Productions the most, like the Martini brothers and Cam, and like Shay for giving me that amazing like interview in Mutiny. I didn't know that was gonna happen. I found out that happened at the Orage Masters when I was like zoned out in the G-Force RV.
Yep.
Like, you know, crying moments.
So and shout out Stept. Shout out all those guys.
K2 and Burn. Josh Walker at Burn and Brandland. Like, they made me really feel like a pro and, like, flew me out here. And, like, they really made me feel special. And that's what's keeping it going because there's people like Brandland that still support me.
Yep.
Alex Martini, all the guys still love me and still don't want me to quit. And, like, I got people like Topher taking photos of me. Level 1, you know, giving me awards.
Yep.
Surface giving me awards. So why the fuck would I stop? All these bitches that stop just suck at life.
Yeah. And shout out the wife and kid. Could you please bring your baby on camera? Can we get baby on camera?
Yeah. Oh my God. Of course.
Yeah. Bring baby on camera without stepping on the wires. Is this possible? Oh, mama's delivering.
And then also like, I gotta
beautiful. Let's see.
Yeah.
Baby alert!
Oh,
baby
waka waka.
alert!
Meatball outside of Marinara. Good thing he didn't roll around. There's no sketty to catch him.
Adorable, cutest baby I've seen in a long time. Band advanced for his age. Remember, all 8 rolls both ways. Natty, unnatty switch. Regs. He's got it all.
Life,
love.
and just like big shout out to Will and all them. Traveling Circus has also kept my career going.
Yep.
And I just, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Of course, dude. It was an honor. It was a pleasure to speak with you. This was great.
It's weird it took this long, but I'm glad I called you out. And you know what I mean? Like, dude, you fucking passed, man. Like,
cheers. Cheers.
You fucking passed, man. So thank you so much. This is gonna be our last time collabing. He wants me to do some live events, like because like
he's gonna replace Ryan Barrick.
But like, sorry, Powell. But, like, I'm coming for your fucking neck unless this thing works out. What it is, what it is.
That's it. Look out for the pro model this fall.
Yeah, and all the support I can get, I would appreciate it. Go buy fucking Surface skis. They're on sale right now.
Plug your wine, too.
Yeah. Well, this is low batch wine. So unless you live in Willamette Valley or you don't mind shipping costs, go check out Bryn Mawr Vineyards. We make amazing wines. Well, they make amazing wines, and then I don't have a label on this because it's not actually selling yet. But go check it. Iterum. It's Iterum. Joe Dobbs, thank you so much for making my dreams come true. Also, outside of skiing, and I just want people to live life to the fullest. There's nothing you can't accomplish if you don't set your mind to it. And like, this guy's fucking living proof. I'm living proof. And like, yeah, just fucking go get it.
Let's do it.
Just don't throw snowballs in the fucking lift line, you fucking assholes. They literally, like, I was off fucking babysitting, and then I couldn't go take my last 2 runs of the season.
Because they shut down the lift 30 minutes
I mean,
early.
You know, a couple of us make a comment to the lifty, like, hey, somebody hits me in the face with a snowball. Can I punch him in the face? And he's like, of course you can. And, you know, that travels, and 40 wants to act like a douchebag because he's never been in a fucking fist fight. So
The end. Thank you, JoJo.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you.
Peace.